What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Shoot or Shoot, where every shot you do not take, you will miss. So shoot that thing. Today's episode is dedicated to the NFL playoffs, which starts this weekend. And I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty good first round. I think there's going to be some surprises. I think there's going to be some wins that should happen. It shouldn't be any surprises. All right, so I'm going to take a little peek into a couple of the games and I'm going to focus on a few of the matchups that I want to talk about. All right, so we'll start off with Patriots versus Chargers. Patriots, I never believed in the Chargers, so I think the Patriots are going to sweep this one out. Drake May is going to get us a good playoff win, and it may solidify his MVP run this year. He's had a good season. You know, statistics show they didn't play anybody hardly, or their schedule wasn't as tough, but they won the game they're supposed to win. You can't take that from them. All right, you got Panthers Rams. The Panthers, I think they're just they squeaked in, and they are a team that is on the rise, but they haven't got there yet. And I think the Rams are going to be way too tough for them. And I think the Rams win easily in that matchup. Eagles 49ers. I think the 49ers injuries will be a little too much to overcome the Eagles. I think the Eagles always, the last couple of years, you count them out, they kind of peaked at the right time, the playoffs. I think the playoffs is when they're going to turn the corner. I think, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be pretty close. It might come down to the last one or two possessions, but I think the Eagles will squeak by the 49ers when they play. Steelers versus Texans. I am torn in this game because on one hand, I'm a Tomlin guy. Tomlin's from the area I'm from. He's now the longest tenured coach now that Harbaugh's gone. And I hate the hate that he gets from people, even Steeler fans, some Steeler fans that I know that just spew hate to him. So that's on one hand that I want to see them win. On the other hand, I don't want to see Rodgers be successful in anything he does in the postseason. I want him to fall and fail and fall flat on his face and have a horrible, horrible game. So that game I'm torn, but I still, with all said and done, I think the Texans defense is going to be too much for the offense to overcome, for Steelers offense to overcome. Because even with DK Metcalf coming back from a suspension, I think they're going to be a little too much for them, and I think the Texans is going to win. All right, then we go to the Jaguars versus the Bills. Okay, Josh Allen, it's your turn. You've got what you wanted. Your fans have gotten what you wanted. You're the last man standing. You don't have to worry about Lamar. You don't have to worry about Burrow. You don't have to worry about Mahomes. They're all out of your way. Come on, Josh Allen. Be Superman. Do your thing. Get out. Get to the Super Bowl. You can't blame those guys anyway this time. Your fans can't cover up. Oh, well, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. Lamar, is doing this. Joe Burrow is doing. No, they're gone. No, you got to stop the excuses. I've been on record. I'm not sold on Josh Allen. I don't care how he's been doing all these years. Oh, he finds a way to win. Well, he hasn't found a way to win no playoff games like that. So it's time to put up or shut up, Josh. You have nobody in your way. Jaguars, get them out of your way. Win. Go win the game. Go to the Super Bowl. Shut me up. Shut your detractors up. Because if you don't and you get sent home, I'm going to be right. I'm going to be proven right. Your haters, your detractors are going to be proven right that you aren't that guy that everyone thinks you are. You got your money. You're a good quarterback. I'm never going to say you suck or you stink. But you're not that guy, in my opinion. But you have every chance to prove it in this offseason, in this postseason. Prove it. Prove it. That's all I got to say. And now to the Bears versus the Packers. It's obvious who I'm going for, so I don't have to predict that. But I'm going to speak to the Bears fans, not the Bears fans like myself. I'm speaking to the Bears fans that I'm just happy to be here in the playoffs and have this season that we had. Even if we don't, do well, we lose to the Packers. What? Even if we lose to the Packers, we've come this far. I'm proud of my team. You fans are not fans. I wish you're the fans that doing this 2026, I wish nothing but bad stuff for you. I don't wish any kind of success for you because we're in the playoffs. We're in the dance. We have every shot that every other team has to go to the Super Bowl and win it. But for you to say on the forums that I'm on, hey guys, I've been a Bears fan my whole life. I'm just so happy that we made it this far. We exceeded expectations, and I'm so glad we made it. And whatever happens, go Bears. Shut the heck up. Go Bears. We're in the playoffs. We're the number 2 seed. I expect to win. I especially expect to win on this weekend against Green Bay. At home, we got a chance to send them packing in Chicago and go on to the next game where we'll play at home again, whether it be the Rams or the Eagles or 49ers, I believe. We play at home again. So for you to be just happy with there, man, you guys can kick rocks. You ain't no fans. It's just, I equated to you inviting, you get with this girl that you've been chasing for months. You finally get her. Hey, you want to come over and hang out with me to my house? Sure, I'll come out and hang out with you. You get to the house and you don't seal the deal, but you're bragging to your boys. Well, she came over, sat on the couch and watched Netflix and I bought food and she ate food. And you know what your boys gonna say? Well, did y'all, do the thing? No, we just sat on the couch and looked at each other. That's what I equated to. You failed. You didn't get it done. You might not. There's no possibility. There's no guarantee that she's going to come back to the house. There's no guarantee that we're going to make the playoffs again next year. So while we're there, we got to get it done. So that's all I'm saying. So to you Bears fans who think that way, we don't need you. Thanks, guys, for listening to this episode of Shoot or Shoot, the NFL playoff edition. I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend, and I hope the games are great and they go in your favor, unless you're a Packers fan. And as always, shoot that thing.